how many before I make any kind of commitment.
You're on.
I'm on.
You're on. Tell the people who you are and why you care.
Oz is Rudolph.
Where's your phone?
And Oz is here.
Are you though?
Yes, I is.
Isn't this fucking cool looking?
Yes, it is. And you know the one you gave me?
Yeah.
It's growing like crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I love it. But I got my car back.
Oh shit! Look out.
They gave me a 2-year unlimited warranty, so if it fucks up, I take it back to them.
Really?
Yeah. I'm so glad to get it back. Me and Boston went for rides and stuff. He's so happy. I'm so glad to get it back. Me and Boston went for a ride. Well, if you guys don't know who Boston is my dog.
Boston is what you would call
He's the best dog in the
an
world.
Andre Giant of Boston Terriers.
He is big for a Boston Terrier. He really is.
Massive for a Boston
He
Terrier.
really is.
There's no reason a Boston Terrier should be as big as my fucking little pocket bully.
He's such a good dog. I cannot. I have no.
Minus
complaint.
the humping.
Yeah. Well, that's seasonal. He doesn't hump all the time.
Really?
No. Yeah. It's seasonal with that. But when it's humping time, he be humping.
So I try to get Tom to come, but Tom's looking for a job, so I guess he's not smoking flower right now.
Oh.
So I have to put some of this away, just so he can try it. I have the Cunningham up there in that fucking jar with the bear on it. I've had that in there for at least a month.
He hasn't been smoking for a while?
Yeah. We gotta get somebody over here to try some shit.
Yeah, you're right.
I got stuff up there I need to try with people. Figure out something.
Wow, I hate to hear that.
What?
That he can't smoke right now.
I don't think it's can. I think he's just taking a break. He's still smoking his vape pen.
Oh.
So he's still ingesting THC. He just not smoking flower, and I think it's probably because he just doesn't have any.
Right.
He grows seeds, so.
Right.
But he was over the other day. See, this is deadhead, but you see what happened to it?
Yeah.
It died on the fucking branch, pretty much. So I'm gonna call it OG and give it to people who don't care.
Give it to the people who don't care.
I mean, we'll try it.
Have you smoked it?
No, I haven't smoked it. You're just trimming it. Hey.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have took a bud off.
I could have, but
check
I didn't.
it out.
I didn't.
That's all I'm asking.
I did not.
How good or how ungood is it?
Ungood is it?
You know what pisses me off?
What?
What's up with these people? No, you can't say kill or murdered no more.
What
You have to on social media. You can't say killed or murdered.
You just did.
I know, but I wasn't putting it in the context of the story.
What are you talking about?
Everybody says undead or yeah, they'll say you can't. It's weird.
Undead is term for a zombie.
No, what is it? What do they say? They say something else, but they won't say murder and they won't say kill.
Because it's just
Unalived. That's what they say now. Unalived. Oh, he was unalived. What the fuck are you talking about?
Who the fuck says that?
And then they got go on social media on Facebook. That's what everybody says on there. Like if I see the wrong thing, they're gonna
Unalive me?
unalive.
Okay. Oh shit, what? Oh, haha. I'm like, you can't see me because there's a paper roll on the way. That's
Well, they don't want to see you anyway. I'm the
I know,
star
I
of
know.
this show.
I know.
So, my Facebook page is getting a lot of people looking at it because
Then you should put posts of
what I've done
the
is
shows up every
I
time.
I got a show going every day.
Huh?
I have a show going every day.
What do you mean a show going every day?
Just what I said.
You've been doing it on Facebook?
Yes, what I've been doing is I take my art and I post it and I put music with it.
Okay.
And I'll do 4 or 5 in a row.
Okay.
So people look at it and they see my art and they see the music and stuff. And I've been getting a lot of positive feedback from that. So I want to do a show on TikTok like that. But see, I need more technology because I want to be talking to people while it's on. So I need more technology. But
I mean, you just have to learn how to use TikTok.
yeah, but see, I want to be Yeah, but I still need more technology.
Not to do what you think you need to do. You can put pictures on, play music behind it, and still talk.
I wanted them to see me and talk, and I want to draw my drawings while the show is on, so people can see how I do it. Yeah. So people can actually see me, because a lot of people say you didn't do that. I have had people telling me computers are doing my drawings, and I'm saying no, it's not no computer. Oh, we want to see you do it. I said, well, when I get the right technology, I'll show you. I'll even give you lessons on how to do it.
I mean, you basically just need a computer, a webcam, and do it that way.
Okay.
Because you can do it on Twitch, you can do it on Facebook
Oh,
Live.
I'll have my brother get me a computer. I haven't had a joint in 3 days.
3 days?
I've been smoking nothing but hash.
Really?
That means there's nothing wrong with
hash
that.
yet.
There's nothing wrong with smoking hash.
I should have seen if Tom wanted to smoke hash. He might have smoked hash the other night. This got dry. That's why this happened. It dried out.
It dried out.
Too fast, and I didn't catch it. Like, because I was working.
Are you still working, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything worked out good for you with that?
I mean, I only saved, like, after I paid the taxes, I only have like an extra $100, but that's still fine. I didn't get all of it. I didn't get enough to get the pizza oven.
That's another thing too. I want you to come to Darts, so, cause one of the guys that comes to Darts, his son-in-law, they had a marijuana grow and they sold it. Now he built a trailer and he does pizzas.
Okay.
And I saw him yesterday. He said, I think on Friday, they had a request to do 60 pizzas for, I guess, a party.
Yeah.
And, he got a pizza oven. I think he said the pizza oven cost him a few $1,000s.
Yeah, it depends on what kind it
It's
is.
the stone,
Oh, yeah, I mean.
brick or stone, whatever. Yeah, it's the real deal.
Yeah, those, and again, that's different kind of pizza. I really want Detroit style. Detroit style is I like the rounds, but
So you mean the square pizza?
I prefer doing the squares. I think the square is more unique, being sourdough, than the rounds. The rounds are definitely unique, and they're good, don't get me wrong. When you eat one, you're like, this tastes like a pizza made in a fucking pizza oven. Like,
sure.
Well, not the other night. The other night it sucked, but
What did you do the other night?
the oven wasn't working right.
Oh. Your oven?
Yeah, just two things. First pizza, it got too, like, the bottom didn't cook fast enough, so the top cooked too fast, and the cheese was burned.
Yeah.
And then the second pizza was bigger. The bottom went black on some spots, but the top didn't cook enough. So it was like a combination of everything. And then I made an actual, like, the best one I made was I took a bigger dough, but I made it smaller, so it was only like 12 inches. And I put paneer sauce, like a tiki masala sauce with chunks of paneer and big fat chunks of onion on it. A little bit of cheese. And it was pretty good. That one worked out well, but I don't know. I don't know. I gotta figure what I'm gonna do next. Because I'm gonna look and see if I can get one of those delivery jobs for Amazon. Making $20, because if I make $20 an hour by the end of the year, I can catch up on everything, and then be done for next year. Because again, even making $25 an hour, it took me 5 weeks to pay off the taxes.
What?
Making $25 an hour, it took me 5 weeks to pay off the taxes. I'm paying $400 in late fees for being a year late.
Oh, okay. You had a penalty thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't trim that one. Throw it in the thing back there.
Hey, Jay, here.
But I need you to think about that though. That's a fucking late fee. Why is it $400?
I don't know.
400.
I guess it depends on how much money you made, isn't it?
No. The late fee is on my taxes. So my taxes.
You were late paying your taxes.
So my taxes are normally $2,400. I'm actually paying $700 more
Because you were late.
because I'm late. Like, there's a lot of people that can't ever come up with that $700.
Let me tell you. I was working for a security company, and I didn't pay my taxes because I thought they were. I wasn't clear.
This is property taxes,
Oh,
not
oh.
federal income taxes.
Mm.
I've never had to pay. I've never made enough money to actually pay taxes.
Oh, okay.
So, because I've always been single, I still file single.
Yeah.
Because my wife's on disability, so there's no reason to file jointly.
Right.
So I file single, so I still pay more than someone who's filing jointly. That's where Chet
works.
Yeah.
But it's not on Michigan and Trumbull
It's
anymore,
on
right?
Trumbull and up by the, where Trumbull ends up by the News Center.
Trumbull ends by the news center.
Yeah, that's Fisher, the Fisher building. It doesn't end, it ends
Oh.
by whatever, what's
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
Grand
yeah.
River?
Yeah,
Road
yeah,
that-
yeah.
The Fisher
I
building.
know. I know what you mean.
It's up
now.
by, it's on like,
It's not down by by the freeway no more.
no, it's up by the fucking,
Right.
by Grand River.
Right.
Anyways, that's just because again, my taxes are $2,400. So $2,400 and
A year.
a year, and they added on 300. I had it.
You pay $2,400 a year for this house?
Yes. Yes.
You know how much I pay?
Hazel Park is expensive.
I pay $1,200 for the winter and $160 for the summer.
Oh, I pay most of mine's in the summer
Wow.
because it's Oakland County.
Wow. That's a lot.
Dude, to live here is expensive. That's my point. It's already
It's gonna get more,
$2,400.
it's gonna get more expensive.
I pay $300 a fucking month for rent. So think about that.
Well, $300 a month really ain't bad.
Not rent, sorry, a mortgage, whatever it is.
That still ain't bad.
No, it's good. So I'm paying $600 more for the house every year than I am for taxes. Taxes are like almost as much as I pay for the house. Like that's on purpose. They did that. Like they've done that in this city. And again, this city doesn't offer you shit.
It's gonna get higher. It's going up.
I know because my values keep going up.
Yeah, because they're building these bigger houses around here.
That's what happened. The one across the street got one up.
They're
So
building.
mine went, but they can only go so far because my
Right.
house mortgage is only for 30 grand.
Right. But they can go up some.
They went to 50. I'm at 50 is the minimum. And at some point 60 will be the minimum. It's going to go up, but or if I actually take a remortgage or I do something like that, then the tax base changes.
Well, I talked to a city worker that works downtown. Well, you know, next door to me is the county clerk. She's been the county clerk for the last 25
What is
years.
your thoughts on this?
Taste-wise, I ain't crazy about it.
Really?
I mean, it's okay.
You know what it tastes like to me?
What?
Old school weed. Tastes like haze.
Oh, okay.
When I smoke
And I don't
this-
like haze.
This is what Sweden weed tasted like.
Okay, see, I don't like haze. Never did. I've only had a haze one time that I really liked.
Yeah, most people who don't like haze don't like haze. Like it's a Lou don't like it either.
Yeah.
But Tom loves it.
Yeah.
Because he can
does.
taste the complexity in the haze. Where all I get is the grass. It's like a light grass, there's no mercy in it.
I was spoiled by weed back in the 60s and 70s, the OG Cushes and shit like that. Because that's what we were smoking. That was the stuff. That was the best stuff back then.
You know what I was smoking when I was a kid?
I don't know.
Shit that came out of a gas can usually.
The kid came out of a what?
Somewhere from Mexico it came out of a gas can. or something.
Well, we.
It was brick all the time.
Well, when I became more sophisticated in the selling of marijuana, and I used to go get it by the pound and shit, and the Mexicans came in, and they had the best fucking weed at this particular time. I don't know. I don't even think it was grown in Mexico, the weed they had, but it might have been. But I wanted to buy 20 pounds. The price was unbelievably cheap. And the guy told me, "Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. But I can't sell it to you by itself." What do you mean? What do you mean you can't sell it to me?
You gotta sell it with coke.
No, with dirt weed.
Oh,
If I wanted 20 pounds of the premium, I had to buy 5 pounds of dirt weed, or they wouldn't sell it to me.
which still has its value. Not now, but it had value back then, where you still make good money off dirt weed.
No, not back then you could. Back then you could.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because a regular weed, even a regular weed
Oh.
back then was better than the Mexican.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Yeah, but that's all we got when I was young. 18, 19. I had this guy that I played disc golf with. He's younger. He's about 30 now. He's probably 30, 31, 32, something like that. But he was in his 20s when I met him. Mid 20s, 25. So he took my weed one time. He told me smoking your weed was the first time I ever got high.
Uh-huh.
He's like, it's the first time I knew what it was like to be high. And he had been smoking weed for years, obviously. I had that moment early.
Because for years people weren't getting good weed.
No, what I'm saying is I had that moment early.
Yeah.
Like, I was 18, 19, and this dude I knew had little balls like this, right? But they were white. Like, I ain't never seen, like I had never grown weed like that. It had to be a white widow. Because it was like...
Yeah, with White Widow and what they call white snow. There was another strain that was like really light color.
Maybe
I don't know
this
if it was
big.
white, but it was
They
very
were
light.
like this big. We called them the puffs. Because we stole like a joint's worth from his dad. Yeah.
But that's the only way you got good weed back then.
Yeah.
From the older people.
Yeah, the dude, he knew somebody, and so we smoked it, and the guy I knew that rolled the joints, because I didn't roll joints back then, put a resin catcher on the back. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where you take the paper and you tip it back in, and it makes kind of like a catcher for resin.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
So you don't get it in your mouth.
Yeah, the idea is if it resins up, it won't get in your mouth.
Right.
It was still getting in our mouth. Like, it was the first time... It was the first time until I grew my own weed that I had the stuff on my lip. You know what I'm saying? And we smoked the whole joint. I remember being at work 3 hours later going, I am not supposed to be this high. This is unfucking believable. I'm having trouble pouring milk. Because that's what I was doing. I was working at an old folks home, so I had to serve their milk, so I had to pour it into cups.
Right.
And I was having trouble pouring cups of milk. And then it happened again when I had smoked acid, OG acid, in my basement in Oak Park. I didn't know you yet. Yeah. I had smoked it, and I started crying because I was like, I am growing weed that is like getting, like, I knew, you know, because I had some other stuff that was okay, but this OG acid was something that, like,
it was hands above.
Yes, it got you high on a level that other shit didn't.
For real.
And that kept me going until I got deadhead. And then when I got deadhead, everything changed. I started making my own shit.
I only smoked 2 joints before I smoked dynamite, killer, hallucinogenic weed. It's me and...
Hold on. So 2 joints period, like you're 16.
Yeah. So this is a friend of mine, James Varner.
16, you're born in...
48.
48, so 16 you are, 10 is 58, so 64. So about in the mid-60s.
Yeah.
Vietnam War is happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I almost went.
Again, well, that's a caveat because people are bringing Vietnam weed back.
Oh yeah, I had a friend. He brought back a whole duffel bag.
Yeah, and Vietnam weed back then was, and from what I understand, it was different.
The only reason why he was able to do that because he was a load master.
Yeah, you know, he controlled the guy. Yeah, he controlled all the stuff coming in. And
he came back. He came in. Hey, you know, everybody was saying, "Hey, man, oh, you made it through Vietnam." We was all happy, and you know, we were smoking some weed and shit. He hit the weed. He said, "What the fuck?" And we stopped. Everybody stopped. He said, "Watch this." He opened up his duffel bag and pulled out another plastic bag, and pulled out another plastic bag, and pulled out another plastic bag, and it was Vietnam weed in there. He had brought it, smuggled it in, and man,
dude, Old Man Blue, the guy that I knew from the softball, he said the best weed he ever smoked was in Vietnam.
Yeah. I've heard that too. By far.
He said he tripped like he was on LSD.
Yeah.
And it made Vietnam. It was just he just did it. It wasn't like to him. It was just part of life. He just went through it, and I don't know if he obviously suffered some trauma because.
Well, it depends on what you did in Vietnam too. Everybody.
Yeah.
If you were a supply line person, you didn't see combat, or you might have been close.
True, but you lose friends and.
Oh yeah, no, it's still serious. Don't get me wrong. Because like I said, Henry went to Vietnam. I remember the day I went down to the recruiting office with him. And him and another friend of ours went to Vietnam. They wouldn't take me.
Really?
I had flat feet. Back then they didn't have shoes for that. Technology hadn't caught up with flat feet yet. Now this tastes like it's supposed to taste.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that.
It tastes great.
I still can't sell it as Deadhead because it looks like shit.
Just tell it as mature did. Did is. That's mature.
I'll just give it to other people as OG and be like, it's just small buds.
It's excellent, man. There's nothing wrong with this.
No, it's small buds. It's gonna be shaky.
Oh
as
yeah,
fuck.
it's small bud.
Yeah, that's my point. It'll be shaky as fuck.
But it's good buzz.
Yeah, it's good. It'll get me high. Anyways.
You won't get no complaints about it.
Well, that's fine. That's all I needed. Now we can try the other stuff. Alright, so let's try SO number 1.
Say it again. Who's it called? S.O.
Yeah, I called it SO because the seeds are from okay, so he came over, he's been on the show. I cannot remember his name. Because I've never actually, I've only talked to him that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Minus a couple times online. And online he goes by, you can find him on...
Yeah, the ghost name?
Well, on Instagram, his Instagram profile is Smitty Organics.
Okay. I think I've seen that.
Well, I mean, I have a package up there with the name on it, so you probably have seen the package.
Oh, okay. No. Is this guy online?
Yes.
I've seen it.
Probably.
Yeah. It was in my,
Right here.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
But anyways, so that should be good enough. You can find him online. He's got, I don't know if he's selling seeds yet, or if he's just working on his own batch. It wasn't good enough. Smitty Organics. SMITTY apostrophe S Organics. Spell it yourself. Mm-hmm. Alright. So that's why I call him SO. It's,
yeah.
so I know which one's which. So it is Deadhead OG crossed with Creamy Key, which Creamy Key was a male that was given to Tom, not a male, but seeds that
I've heard Tom talking about the Creamy Key.
He got seeds from Amsterdam, one of the old seed banks that's in Amsterdam sent him Creamy Key seeds to cross with his stuff.
Gotcha.
And he made a male and gave me branches of the male, and then I crossed that branch with Deadhead OG. Yeah. I gave him seeds of that.
Wow.
And he took those seeds and he crossed it with his
Get the fuck out of here.
White 91 crossed with Chem 91 BX3. So this has, in theory, Creamy Keys, which is a probably more sativa, old school sativa dominant phenotype. Mm-hmm. With Deadhead OG, which is basically 91 Chem crossed with San Fernando Valley OG. Then you have White 91, which I'm assuming is a White Widow from 91.
Yeah.
And then Chem 91, which is the Chem Dog 91.
Chem Dog, that's the dog.
That's in the OG.
That's the dog.
So that's what it is. It's a lot of things, and I just don't have a name for it, except for SO number 1. What? Are you... Oh. So... this one had okay sized buds. It wasn't like this is the biggest one that's left.
That's decent.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it was also in a 1 gallon.
It's tight too.
Yeah, it was in a little 1 gallon. So.
Oh yeah.
But it had a bunch of little buds. Grab these ones. Try these ones. Smell that.
Nice.
What's it smell like?
Spicy.
Really?
To me.
All right.
It's a happy smell.
I think I like the other one better. SO number 2.
How do you keep
SO
track
number-
of this shit, man?
What?
How do you keep track of it?
What do you mean how do I keep track of it?
You have all these different strains and stuff. Does it ever get confused?
I mean, that's why I have this in here. This chunk of...
Oh, okay, you got...
That's why I have this in here so I can tell.
Ah,
I
gotcha.
know which one it is. They're all kind of like that. Like this is... Because this is...
Oh, I see what you do.
This is DHS. You remember DHS? That
Yeah.
had crossed with sorbet that I
yeah,
had
yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute?
yeah.
This is that crossed with Tom's. Whatever Tom gave me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was very stressed looking buds. Not like, look at that. That's like that. That's probably one of the biggest buds that was on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't very, like, it thinned out. And that could have been just because I had it too close to the light in a 1 gallon. So I'm going to give it one more run. I'm going to
Give it a
probably
better,
take a cut.
Give it a better chance.
Take a cut and put the cut off to the side for a while and hope that I can. But the SO number 2 seems like the one that might be the keeper out of the bunch. But we'll see. Because I still have to run them again. Because I definitely got rid of SO number 3s in flour again in a 1 gallon. Because it only it went from where the one SOs went from here to here, or from here to here, right? The third SO went from here to here.
Oh.
Like it had no stretch at all.
Yeah, no stretch at
So
all.
I was like, it can't work with the rest of like the little stretch that I got from the SO was okay. Because again, the SO's here from this point to here at this point, where the DHS and the DHT that I have, the deadhead crosses,
We're taller.
here.
Yeah,
By a lot.
yeah.
So it was one of the reasons why they looked more like this than they probably did what they're probably going to look like when they finish. So I got to give them another chance. But at the same time, I can't keep everything. So
No, you can't keep everything.
at some point, you just have
Unless you
to.
had a big-ass warehouse.
Even then, you still want to focus on the stuff that actually makes you money. And this stuff
Of
won't make
course.
money. It's not going to be worth it.
Man, that fucking Mary Jane dispensary, James Cousin something out right around the corner from my house. That place be hopping.
Yeah.
On Friday night, Friday evenings, it's unreal.
If only we could rent a spot, dude.
What's stopping us from renting a spot?
Because the moment you do it, they fucking throw you out. You can't sell weed at a spot. You can't sell weed unless it's under metrics.
We gotta buy a spot.
No,
Not
even if you
rent.
buy a spot, the government will come in and say, hey, you are doing it illegally.
Private
Stop.
club, fuck you.
I mean, private club, that's different.
Motorcycle clubs do it all day, every day.
Yeah, that's different. You said that's different. That's why yes, you buy it then because then the private club can be set up that way.
And if you're not doing anything heinous, they're not gonna fuck with you. Every now and then somebody might come through, you know, what's up, dude? Would you like a juice or a sandwich? No, I'm good, man. Everything okay here? Yeah, everything's fine, officer. And you keep on stepping.
Well,
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, most of the Detroit Police Department is trying to be community-based to a certain sense.
I can tell you this much. Hold on. I'm standing on Pontchartrain. You know how there's a sidewalk on the one side where the disc golf course is on Palmer? Because I'm down Palmer
Okay.
at Palmer Park
Yeah.
playing disc golf on the course. So where the bike lane is and all that stuff that goes down Pontchartrain. So I'm standing there almost in the bike lane and I go and grab a joint from the dude as the cops go by.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even.
No, what are you
They might
talking-
not even have noticed, but even if they had, I don't
Let me
think
tell you
they-
something. They see people smoking weed all Detroit. I'm talking Detroit.
Yeah, I know.
They see people smoking weed. They pull people over in the the smell of weed is in there. They better not take them.
Now, if they catch you lighting that bitch up,
Let me tell you something. They better not take. You know, a judge would. Oh, the judge would cuss them out if they made some shit like that. That didn't feel. That's true.
have you seen that drum line? The white guy down south that gets like, I forget what the fuck, but he comes up every so often on my TikTok feed, and he'll be like, so, he's a white guy, and they'll tell him what it was, and he'll go, oh, so basically he was just walking while black.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, Doesn't matter. Why did you pull him over? Why did you stop him?
Yeah, why did you
what
stop
was the
him?
first? What gave you the cause?
Yeah, exactly.
To stop him in the first place.
Exactly.
And 9 times out of 10, they have no reason. So he lets it. He's like, I'm just gonna. You know what, sir? Sorry about your time. And he lets him fucking go.
Let me tell you, that's why I stopped going out to Michelle's trimming. Let me tell you what happened.
Where's she at? Westland?
Yeah.
Yeah, Westland ain't nice.
Let me tell you what happened. So, I went to trim at her place one time, and this police car followed me for maybe a mile. Not far, but he followed me. He's running my plate, I know. So, about the next time I went back was 4 weeks later to trim. I could turn out, and there he is. Same guy. I don't know what he looked like. So I'm driving. I'm doing the speed limit. Next thing I know, he's right up on the back of me. He hasn't got no lights on or nothing. I made a turn on the Ford Road. He made a turn on the Ford Road. He stayed behind me for at least 4 miles or more.
That place isn't.
This, from Ford Road, from her house on Ford Road, that's 2 miles by itself. And I hadn't even turned onto Merriman yet. But so he finally pulled me over. He comes into the car. He says, how you doing today? I said, I'm doing fine. He said, you know why I pulled you over? I said, no, I don't. But I have an idea. That's what I told him. No, I don't, but I have an idea. He laughed, you know. He says, well, you know, I haven't seen you around here before. Yeah, and I was just curious, what's your business? I said, I don't have to tell you that. What my business? What do you mean what's my business? I went to visit a friend. I can't drive around here in Westland? Is there a problem? He says, you have a good day. When he had his car.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back either.
Michelle, he's not gonna do nothing now. Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
I wouldn't be her in fucking Westland.
I don't know why she moved up.
That's risky itself.
I don't know why she moved out there. It just don't make no sense at all.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not the place you want to be if you're in her situation.
It don't make no sense to me, but hey.
For one, she grows weed, and Westland's not super weed friendly, I don't think. You know, Westland's where the military base used to be.
I don't think she wanted I don't think she wanted to live around black people. So she was staying in right there. What is that? The Ritzy area, right by 96 and Woodward. What is that called?
96 and Woodward?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What is
Woodward
that
never
called?
hits 96.
I don't mean 96. What do I mean?
Davison?
No, I'm talking about further west, man. A lot further west than that.
Oh, you talking about?
What is that community?
It's not Woodward then.
Yeah, it is Woodward. She lives right off
696 in Woodward.
Yeah.
That's 696, not 96.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always get that confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
696.
She stayed right there, like
Yeah, so
A block
north of
and a
it,
half.
south of it.
she stays south. That'll be south.
On the south side. Closer to Detroit.
Real nice.
Yeah, it's Ferndale or Pleasant.
No, Pleasant Ridge.
Pleasant Ridge.
She stayed in Pleasant Ridge.
Which is a very...
really nice area.
How did she get a house there?
She was renting from somebody. But it was nice and quiet. You know, it was just
She
perfect.
didn't grow weed in that house.
Yes, she did.
She got away with it.
Yeah.
I didn't know Pleasant Ridge. Pleasant Ridge is very small.
She did it for years.
Oh, good for her.
And the landlord didn't even know she was growing weed.
Well,
He came by a couple of times. Hey, there's a lock on that door down there. She says, I can't find the key to that lock. I'm going to look for it. Next time you come, I'll open it up for you. There's fucking 20 plants in there growing.
Jesus. Anyways, but is she renting now or did she buy a house?
I think she's buying this one.
Okay, well that's probably why, because Westland's a lot cheaper than where the fuck she is now, or where she was. Like you know what you have to have though.
There's plenty of communities in Detroit that she could have moved to.
Yeah, but Detroit is not.
That's fine. She just wants to get away from the Negroes, that's all.
Do you think so?
Of course. What do you mean I think so?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get that vibe from her. Did
Well,
you?
You're not a black guy.
I am not, but I don't know
we
her.
get different vibes.
I don't know her as well
No,
as
let me
you
get,
either.
let me get. She's a beautiful person.
Because she didn't seem like
But
the
I
type
think
of
she-
person that would.
But a lot of white people don't want to move into predominantly black neighborhoods because they think they're going to get robbed, or the house will get broken into.
Oh, you think she still lives with those
Yeah.
stereotypes?
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
She's not a person who's gonna not give help to somebody because of the color of their skin, but at the same
No,
time,
right.
At the same time, in her mind, it's dangerous to live in there.
Yes.
Even though Westland is full of black people.
Yes. Well, not full. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
a bunch of black people.
Fuck
in in the last like 8 or 9 years.
I was just there, dude. I just
In the
went
last-
through those neighborhoods. That was definitely mostly the South Side is black as hell.
You're absolutely right. In the last like 8 years, a lot of black people moved there to Westland.
No,
In the last 8
I believe it because it's
Yeah.
cheap housing.
Yeah. And it's just that your dollar's gonna go a lot further in Detroit, and you're gonna get Detroit's coming up and up and up and up. You're gonna have more for your money later on.
Yeah, but it's also like I don't know. I'm not interested. I mean, I don't think I can get my wife to move into the city. I just don't feel like it's nothing to do with color like that. Oh, I'm like, what the fuck? In my head, I'm like, you're gonna throw that away, motherfucker. In my head, sorry, it's just a reaction, and I don't know why it happened. Oh, because I'm high.
It don't make no difference, dude. I know
Anyways,
you.
but it's nothing to do with the color of people. It's more to do with just we don't want to live in tight quarters.
What do you mean tight quarters?
I don't want to live any closer to people than this. Your house doesn't even have close to the same fucking backyard I have. No, your backyard has a garage which makes it tighter. But I'm telling
And
you,
then the back of my garage is more of my yard.
I get that, but I'm telling you,
Wait a minute, let me think.
you have a
about it.
bigger house than I do, but I have a bigger yard.
I don't think so.
I believe so.
Mm-mm. You don't.
All right, I'm put money on it.
Then we can do that. You're gonna already owe me $40 after Tuesday anyway, so yeah, we put money on it.
What did we bet on Tuesday? You got to remind me because I don't remember. I said Trump was going to win or something? Oh. I still think he's
But I'm not gonna hold you to that.
I still think he's going to win.
I'm not gonna hold you to that because he's not gonna win. I'm not gonna hold you to it though. You know, we're gentlemen. It's just a gentleman shit, you know. But
Yeah.
no,
He's still.
he's going to jail. He's going. His next stop is jail.
You say that, but it's never going to happen.
It's either gonna be jail or home confinement. Either way, he ain't gonna be out walking around. If he doesn't go, how does it all the people that were around him go to jail and he don't go and he's the top dog? How's
Because
that
it's
possible?
different.
No, it's
We
not.
don't want to put the dude that.
Just like I told the guy the other day. Oh man, people got to be more patriotic. I said, patriotic? I said, really? He's a Trump voter.
Thought.
I said, really? I like it tastes better than the other stuff. Not better than Deadhead. It tastes better than the other.
Oh, then the Pure Bubba, the Haze stuff. Yeah, but what is it?
What is this?
Yeah.
Well, it's an indica, first of all.
Yeah, there's definitely indica in it.
Yeah, it's indica in there. Deep indica.
I mean, it grew like an indica.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
The spicy would be Mercy.
Yeah. It has a little pepper, too. I'm getting a little pepper on the end of my tongue.
I mean, it's just smooth to me. It doesn't have any complexity.
No, it has complexity.
To you, it does.
Oh,
To
right.
me, it
We have different flavoids.
Yes. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It is what it is. But it's
I would smoke it. It wouldn't be my first choice. But if that was my only choice, I wouldn't be mad about it.
I get that. Kind of feel the same way. I have been smoking it, so it's been. But I think the other one is better. We'll save the other one till another time.
Okay.
But I think the other one is better.
I'm ready to ask you something now. I forgot what the fuck it was.
I even think the one that grew like shit is better than this one.
You
But
do?
not by much. I mean, again, it's just
Oh, I remember. Mushrooms.
about them.
How much is an ounce of mushrooms?
75.
Okay. Whenever you run across some mushrooms, I need an ounce from one of my guys at the bar.
Okay, well, he gave me some new ones, so.
All right, I'm going to the barn tomorrow. Let me make sure he wants some, and then I'll get them from him.
Okay.
But he said he wanted it.
Yeah, people want them sometimes. I don't know. It's one of those things that.
I like the way this one looks.
Well, it's the deadhead. It's not
Of
stressed out.
course I do.
Yeah. It's a non-stressed deadhead.
It's my favorite. One of my favorites.
It's even a little stressed, some of it, but some of it's not. Like that one's a good one. This one's a little stressed.
It's more good than not.
Yeah.
Well, why does it say DM? Oh no, it's not an M. That's an H.
It's an H.
But it looks like an M.
Yeah, he just bad at writing.
Yeah, obviously. He's been a happy camper lately.
Who?
Michael.
Yeah?
He called me a couple of times.
That's good. You guys are never been particularly close, right?
Well, we never hated each other. We just disagreed on certain things. That's all.
Like what?
Just life in general. You know, he has quirks and I have quirks.
You have quirks?
Very few, but I got a couple.
Very few, my ass.
Very few, but I got a couple.
Like what?
You know, that's because I basically deal with myself most of the time.
Well, yeah.
You know, I don't, and I'm satisfied with that because it gives me time to be artistic. Not autistic, artistic.
Yeah, we heard you.
And I can do my art and my music without distractions. I like that. Although one person does distract me.
The dog?
Well, oh yeah, I'm doing my drawings. He'll jump up on the bed and come up on my shoulders and lick the top of my head and keep licking until I stop him. He won't stop. I said, this is too much love.
It's like the cat. My cat's been fucking crazy whiny lately.
Oh, Smokey?
Yeah, just let him down here and just cry.
Yeah, I remember I was over here before he was doing that.
Like, what the fuck, dude? You're not feeling good?
Oh, this looks good. This feels good. Oh my God, that feels good. Oh.
Yeah, that one was...
This is some of the best shit you ever did, dude.
Possibly.
Well, since I've known you, I think the Deadhead is the best thing you ever done.
Oh,
To
well,
me.
I didn't make the deadhead. I just got it from someone else.
You know how to grow it.
Sometimes.
And
you
that's-
can see that. Other times it's not great.
Yeah, well, we know
it's
this.
finicky ass fucking plant.
Yeah, and the circumstances too.
Yeah. I let it go dry. That's basically what happened. If I didn't, it looks like this one. But bigger, probably. So I lost like 2 ounces. It's just, I probably gotta readjust. I might have to add an extra dose to some of them.
Uh-huh.
And now that I'm home, they won't go dry again. Oh. Whew.
Well, it looks like you're getting a decent,
Yeah, they're huge right now.
Yeah.
They're huge because they got too big in the corner, they got too hot. So that's what.
Get your ass back up there.
Here, I'll take
Where
it.
was it?
Alright. Damn, it's 10 o'clock, which means it's 11 o'clock.
What are you talking about?
Well, daylight saving time happened.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
Yeah, so it's technically.
No, what are you looking at?
It says 9:46 right now.
On the phone?
Yes.
Well, they adjusted.
It just
The
said on
phones
phone,
adjust
I know.
automatically.
So it's technically, well, I'm just going off of yesterday's time.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday's time it was 10:46. So, because I'm thinking
It's
about
n-
food. Because in my head I want to eat I want to fast for the time I need to fast.
I got you.
The time's
Do
different.
you do that every day?
Yeah, I have to.
What is your routine?
I just don't eat in the mornings until.
So, when is
I
your
try to
first
cut-
meal, roughly? Most of the time.
Usually noon, 11:30 to noon.
So when you get up, you don't eat. Do you
Yeah.
drink anything?
Well, I drink coffee,
Okay.
black. But no, I cut off around 8 o'clock. Sometimes I go until 10, but 10 is the latest. I'll eat anything. There's one little,
There's two more.
yeah, the little one is Deadhead. They're both
And what's the big one?
Fuego.
That's a lot on that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That looks like a
Decent
good
plenty.
yield. Yeah.
Should be 7 ounces, I hope. 6 ounces probably.
It look like it.
Well, I already sold an ounce.
Oh, God damn. I'm so frustrated.
What are you frustrated about?
I'm going to Thailand, man.
Oh,
I don't want to go now anyway. I think it's the wet season right now.
yeah.
I want to go do the dry season.
I mean, that would make sense.
Although it's hotter there, I don't mind hot weather. I just give me 2 weeks. That's all. Just 2 weeks. Every time
We should get Chris over here and do a show. Because he just came back from Thailand.
he did.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, I'll text him and see if he wants to do a show soon.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
I need that feedback. Because I'm talking to people on FaceTime that's there, but you know, I need somebody from the West that's been there. He'd give me a better idea of what's really going on.
Well, he didn't come home right away. I can tell you that much.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Maybe. Maybe he got stuck there.
How you gonna get stuck?
I don't know.
If you have money to get there, you got money to get home. You probably had a round trip ticket. Oh, in fact, I think you have to have a round trip ticket.
Oh,
You can't get into the country unless you have a round trip ticket.
You want to make sure you're leaving?
They want to make sure you have means of leaving. Yes. I'm pretty sure I read that in this booklet this girl sent me about traveling to Thailand. I think it's like that in the Philippines too. You have to have a round trip ticket. They're gonna tell you, sorry, get your ass back on the You know, because I look at a lot of vlogs from there and they showed some white people that were down on their luck in Philippines. That shit was not nice.
What do you mean?
White guys that them retired,
Uh-huh.
and a couple of young guys too. They go to.
Like, how young?
There was a couple of guys that in their early 30s, late 20s.
Oh, wow. Young.
Oh yeah. Then there was 3 other dudes that were 65 and over, and they ran out of money, man. Chasing them girls over there.
Really?
Oh yeah. One guy, they conned him out of over $500,000. He built a house and he took the house and put him out.
Without him knowing.
What do you mean without him knowing?
And yeah, at the last second, they're like, hey, you're...
Yeah, they told him he gotta go. After he built the house, I think he did. He'd been living there. He built the house. They'd been living there for about 6 months, and then one day he came home and she told him, "You gotta go." Cause see, you can't own property. You might be able to own it in Thailand, but in the Philippines, you can't own no property. None. If you're a foreigner, you cannot own property in the Philippines. You can lease it. You can get a 99-year lease or something like that. But at any time, they can throw your ass out. You don't have no rights over here.
Huh. Did not know that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I assume there's a lot of countries you can't own land.
Well, there's a lot of them you can too. In fact, this dude just told me he went to Montenegro,
Uh-huh.
and they told him if he stayed, they would They would deposit $25,000 in a bank account for him. He wouldn't have to pay any taxes for 5 years. Whole bunch of, perks. Their country, they're running out of people. They need people.
Where is this at?
Montenegro.
I know, but what continent?
I think
That's Africa, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's Africa. What would you call that area?
The Middle East?
Just above the Middle East.
Europe.
Yes, I think it's like a southern European country, like in the south, where it stays warm all the time.
Huh.
It's a tourist place. And there's, is it Sweden or Switzerland? It's either Sweden or Switzerland. They'll give you money too if you move.
That's definitely not Sweden.
Well,
I mean, they give you money. They don't give you money, but your taxes pay for. You get the benefits if you're paying taxes.
Well, it must be Switzerland then. They don't have any. Some of these countries are dying. People are leaving. They're not fucking enough, and it's crazy, man. So they need people. Somebody told me some places in Mexico like that. For some reason, Mexico rubs me the wrong way, man. I really don't know why.
Because the fucking media has been telling you it's been bad since you've been alive.
Well,
they have to make Mexico
I
bad.
don't really believe that. But I believe you can make a turn and go down the wrong street in Mexico.
I think you can do that in Detroit.
Maybe. Yeah, you can, but not really.
That's what I was trying. Flint.
That's what I was trying to tell a dude the other day. He said, "Man, I was down in Detroit, and I saw white people walking down the street." I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, they live there.
I said, "Yeah." I said, "Let me tell you something, dude." He said, "Oh, they ain't getting mugged and stuff." I said, "Anybody get mugged anywhere."
Yes.
Okay, but I said, Detroit isn't as if you go to the dope areas,
yeah,
and hang out, you might have a problem.
But if you're in the normal
But
areas,
if you're in normal areas,
yeah, I know.
don't like give a fuck, man.
If you're in someone's neighborhood,
when I was growing up, when I was growing up, I never heard any of my friends, any of the people that live in my neighborhood talk about race or white people were bad or anything like that. Never happened. Never happened. None of my friends were racist of any type.
Okay.
They just like people. If you was an asshole, you was an asshole. They wouldn't invite you back. But other than that, I had all kinds of people. We prayed with all kinds of people.
Well,
Arabs.
Well, that's the thing. My dad didn't have people over. He was a pretty secluded person in general.
Yeah.
So like we went to fucking car shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But the car shows were like, you got to be rich to be like. You had to be upper middle class or middle class at the minimum to be hanging out at these car shows. You know what I'm saying? Because these are all old cars. These are dudes who work at fucking Ford or GM.
Yeah. And they got cars they work on.
Yeah. There was a splash of color in there, but for the most part, it's just white people.
Yeah.
But partying was like, I don't know. The neighborhood didn't change because it's Holly. Holly doesn't, it didn't change much.
Good old Holly.
There wasn't much work up there.
Are they through working on the hotel? They rebuilt it?
I think it's done, but they can't open because it needs to finish So from what I heard last, which was a while ago, because the building that was next to it was a 2-story building. The hotel is a 3-story building.
That tastes so good.
So the 3-story building had that was like this, going this way, like it was like this. So it had 6 inches off. It has to have because of the roof.
Yeah.
Well, the dude that bought the spot where the 2-story building used to be is trying to basically price gouge the hotel for the airspace.
Gotcha.
So they're in litigation to try to fight over this airspace. That this guy who's not even from Holly, just some random dude who had money. Went and bought the spot.
He's an investor.
Yeah. Hasn't put anything there yet. Has no intention of putting anything there until he finishes his claim.
Of course.
So yeah, they're in. I'm pretty sure it's not open yet. Will it open? Probably. But
Yeah,
there's a
eventually.
chance. But then again, George isn't young. George is probably your age. Maybe a little older than
He
you.
just sell to somebody else. He'll keep it going.
No, he'll die. If he dies, his wife, who knows what she'll do with it?
Sell it.
Probably. I don't know. She liked it. It was her.
How old is his wife?
Oh, I think she's like 20 years younger.
At what age you say he would be? She's in her 50s.
Yeah, she's in her 50s.
She gonna take the money and run.
Well, I mean,
She gonna take the money and run. That's what wives do.
because they've been together since the 90s. This isn't like some young,
There ain't no difference. She.
I'm just saying.
I'll be facetious.
She wasn't so money hungry.
She probably tired of his ass by now.
She actually helped build that fucking place to where it was
Yeah.
before the fire happened.
Yeah.
Because again, it wasn't the hotel that caught fire.
Right. It was a restaurant.
No, it was the building next to it.
Wasn't that a restaurant?
No, the
Oh.
building next to it was a flea market of old shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you wanted something like this fucking toilet bowl,
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you would go to this place and you might find one
Something
from
like that.
19 fucking
Yeah.
50 or some shit like that, some stupid trophy from 1950. It had knickknacks and old, like a lot of stuff was old. It was but half the stuff had been there before I was there the first time and had still been there when it burnt down.
Yeah.
Since I'd been there the first time, which was 1992, 93.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I been there. It was one of those places you went into because it was cool. Because it had a bunch of rooms. And every room was full of different stuff.
You know what? That's a hell of a business.
What?
Resale shops.
They are if they. Yeah.
I know this guy. He was homeless. He met this old lady out. Her house was full of furniture and clothes, back to the ceiling, in the basement, everywhere.
Yeah, she was a hoarder.
So she liked him. She was a lot older than him, but she liked him. So he moved in with her, and so he asked her for $800. What are you gonna do with $800? I want to rent this building. And we're gonna get all the stuff in your basement in your house that you don't want, and we're gonna put it in this building and open a resale shop. They did that shit and they made money like it was going out of style.
Yeah, hold on, but because it's free.
Yeah.
They started with fucking a bunch of product already. You
Yeah,
have to
well,
buy
she
that.
bought the product.
Well, I know she
So it
did.
wasn't
but-
free.
No, I know, but it had been sitting there for a while. Probably.
Yeah.
The expense had already been.
Yeah.
There was. So they started out with the fucking. Yeah, well, I mean.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, he said.
Wait a minute. So, the guy I'm telling you about, he saw this lady at this house about a mile from where they were living. She died and left him the house. Full of furniture. Full of appliances. Tons of clothes. They opened another resale shop.
I mean,
Then he got a kidney infection and died. He had bad kidneys. He couldn't cure it. Plus, he was the kind of guy, he didn't care what a woman looked like. As long as she had a pussy. That's all he was doing.
oh, I know someone like that.
Yeah.
You know someone like that too.
So, you know, he
You know
just...
my buddy. He's like it was. His brother and him have basically the same taste. Just one likes women, one likes men.
Yeah, okay.
And he likes. Well, the dude likes big men.
Uh-huh.
You know, big hairy men.
Big hairy bit.
And the girls that this dude has dated and married are big women.
Mhm. Yeah, everybody has their preference, man.
Yeah. I don't care about it that much to even care anymore.
Well,
It's been one of those things I've been working on since I was young.
I like petite women. I like women that are petite.
So do I. But I also don't care.
I mean, I don't discriminate. If I like you and you're not petite, there's gonna be no difference, but that's what I prefer.
For some reason, when I was a young pubescent child, it's all I thought about.
Listen to this guy.
It's all I cared about. It's all I thought about. How was I going, like, to the point where I was afraid of dying before it happened. Type shit. And then when it happened, it was pretty much the most disappointing thing that's ever happened to me because I put so much.
Oh yeah,
so much on it.
So much expectation
on it. Yeah, and it was disappointing.
And it fell short of that.
So it didn't become my addiction.
Yeah.
Because I could get the same thing by myself.
Yeah.
Without
with the Playboy.
Without all the actual extra work.
Vaseline.
The extra work.
Did you hear what I said with a Playboy and some Vaseline?
Never use Vaseline. You obviously have not been a person who jacks off. Because Vaseline is not a good one.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
What would you use?
Just any kind of lotion.
Oh, lotion.
You find you can either use lotion or use, like, I don't know, when I was a kid I used to use just shampoo and
just lather it up.
Yeah, just do it in the shower.
Yeah.
You live in a house where you're not alone in your bedroom, so you got to find time to do it. So, but I had an unhealthy.
I never did it in my parents' house.
I had an unhealthy relationship with it. I also had a.
You said an unhealthy relationship with it.
When I was young, yeah, it was.
Were you doing it too much?
No, not that. I'm talking about just sex in general. The desire and and I also had a very big insecurity because I had walked in on my uncle.
Oh.
Who's a 6'3", 6'4" dude who's like probably 240, big dude,
big motherfucker,
biker looking motherfucker. And I walk in and I see his schlong as he's peeing, and it's just like, because I'm young.
It was devastating.
It was devastating. I never got. I still have yet to get to that point.
It was devastating.
So it like fucked me all up that way. So it became a. I need to do it, but I'm so afraid to show you what I have because in my mind,
because you just saw something that was
unbelievably big.
Yeah.
In my head, and again, I'm a kid, so it's bigger than what it probably was.
Right.
Who the fuck knows?
Some people have big ones.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know.
Some people have big ones.
My best friend has a giant
schlong.
A giant schlong. He is blessed with a gay man schlong for sure. Because there are definitely more gay men that like that shit than women.
I don't know about that.
Well, obviously not. Why would you? But again, it's not it's not something I'm gonna ever spend time doing. Yeah. I'm not gonna go like put effort into finding it. If it happens, it happens. I'm not like
that's how I
do it. I just don't care.
That's how I am. That's how I've always been. I was never the guy. Hey baby, come on, let's go over here and do this. I was never that guy.
No, I want it to be natural.
I was never that guy.
Yeah.
You know, I meet a girl, we talk. You know, might go out a couple of times. I'll go over to her house. She come over to my house 3-4 times. Then we go out one time. You know, I heard the titties and shit. You know, and then sooner or later it would happen, or it might not happen. I didn't screw every girl I fucked with. You know what I mean? I fucked with a lot of girls.
I have not.
I had a lot of girls.
I've had enough.
I had girls fighting over me, man.
To know I don't need it anymore. I mean, need it is the word. I just don't need it.
And you know, it wasn't like I was out trying to make it that way. It just happened like that.
I mean, you spend a lot of time at strip clubs, so that'll happen.
I'm talking about when I was younger than that.
Oh, younger than that. Okay.
I didn't start going to strip clubs.
Yeah, but you were bouncers at bars and stuff.
That's what I'm making that. I didn't start doing that. I must have been about 23, 24 when I started doing that kind of work.
That's still young, dude. You're 70-something. That's fucking 50 years, bro. Jesus, there's more time than I've been alive.
Oh, yeah.
So you were pretty young at that point.
Oh, yeah. You know, and I was halfway desirable to the women.
There wasn't enough women in Holly to know.
But I was always cautious about who I fucked with. Because I didn't like confrontation. I didn't like women that like to fight, that like to yell, or cuss too much. I hate the women that cussed a lot. I hate that. This one girl, she was crazy about me, and I couldn't fuck with her. Every other word out of her mouth was a cuss word, all the time.
Really?
All the time. Motherfucker this. I told that bitch, I ain't going for that shit no more. I'd be like, God damn, bitch, shut up. How many cuss words can you say in 20 minutes? Yeah, she was a real pistol. Beautiful girl, too. Just absolutely, just gorgeous. Oh. As soon as she opened her mouth, it was all went away.
Yeah.
But my problem when I was coming up was older women. I don't know why I attracted older women. All the time. All the time.
Because they wanted young bucks.
Man.
Because the old guys usually can't do it.
Oh yeah, I got used a lot. I got, and you know, I didn't realize it till later on in life when you look back at things you did, and I didn't realize them bitches was using me like a motherfucker.
Yeah, were you mad about it?
Back then, no, because I didn't really know what they were doing. I didn't realize it till later on, and a couple of girls said a couple of things to me. And I was like, huh, what? I just thought I was having relationships with nice girls and older women. I didn't look at it. You know, the sex was there. It was free. I didn't have to pay any money. I didn't have to take them out nowhere to get it. No, really, seriously, man. This one chick would pick me up on Friday. Every Friday at 4:35.
You were how to be a player without actually being a player.
I'm telling you, man. Between 4:30 and 5 o'clock every Friday, this girl would pick me up. Yeah, she had a nice little sports car and shit. And she was like maybe 25 years older than me. And we'd go down to Mario's or we'd go to Van
What is
Tello.
Mario's?
I think it's a 4-star restaurant in Detroit.
There's no star restaurants in Detroit right now. There's not one Michelin star restaurant.
I didn't say Michelin.
Oh,
I said 4-star. That doesn't mean you're a Michelin.
got you. It's
Right.
okay. Not a Michelin stars, but
Right.
it's close.
They've been rolled up in different.
Where's this at?
It's on Second.
You act
Right
like
off-
I've been down there.
On Second, right. This is a famous restaurant.
I've never heard of it once.
You never heard of Mario's?
Is it Italian?
Yes.
I assume.
Yes.
No, because I don't. Is it expensive?
Yes.
There you go. I don't know. I'm not going to Detroit to eat fucking something that's going to cost me $100 for a plate.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to Detroit to eat.
Only reason why I was there was because somebody else was paying.
Well, that
I
makes
wasn't
sense.
paying.
Yeah.
I was a young buck.
So she's definitely using your ass for the young buckness. She
And what-
had got her fucking menopause, and she was like, I need this shit.
Listen, she was good. She was Italian. She was a really pretty woman. But check this out. She was married. And her husband knew about it. But
Well, that's cool.
when I went to
that's
Alaska, she said, "Oh, you gonna leave?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to Alaska to see if I can make some money." Okay, well, see me. I was leaving that Friday. She said, "I'll see you Thursday evening." I said, "Okay, cool." Thursday evening came. She took me to Northland. She bought me the best down coat, cause all the way down to here. She bought me the boots.
She's like, when you come back, you're gonna remember me.
Dude, she bought me the boots, the
Damn.
gloves. I was set.
That's how you know you've given good.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
When she's spending daddy's money on you.
I think, well, she made her husband.
She had a job?
Her husband was a lawyer. And I think she worked in real estate. They had money. But the husband was one of those guys that wanted to watch
Oh, so do you watch you guys?
I didn't even know it till one time. I've been over there 3 times, up in the attic. They had a nice house in Dearborn. So, we go up to the attic. They had this big bed up there and everything. So, once the third time I went, I was up there, and I kind of looked in the mirror, and it looked like I saw somebody sitting in the dark. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm thinking, her husband busted us. Oh, I hope he ain't got a gun. That's what's going through my mind. She says, oh, don't mind him. He just watches. That shit blew my mind, man. That shit blew my mind.
I would not.
I had never run into no shit like that before.
I do not need to watch that.
That was crazy.
I mean, she wants to do it, she can do what she wants, but I don't need to see it. I don't care.
That's crazy.
I mean, some people need.
I mean, they were
crazy.
You know, they were grown, they were adults.
Fuck yeah, whatever it takes.
Wasn't like they were children.
No, they knew what they were doing.
They said I had never come in contact with anything like that. That was, you know, my first.
I've never had that shit happen to me.
You find out with some shit like that. Your first thoughts are, I'm in trouble because you don't know what this guy's gonna do.
Yeah, that's true.
You butt naked.
Yeah.
With your back to him. Yeah, right. And it was like, oh, it's okay. He likes to watch.
Was it a white couple or a black
Yeah.
couple? That's another thing too.
They were Italians.
Oh yeah, John. Yeah, but there's black Italians.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's one. No, never.
Oh no, I got stories, dude. I tell you, I got stories. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And Henry could vouch for a lot of my stories. 'Cause me and Henry used to live together, you know. And women were coming through there.
I mean, why would you lie about it?
Women were coming through there like crazy.
I mean, you're
We were young.
well in shape, tall black man in the
and like the party.
in the 70s and 60s and 70s.
And we
when
weren't,
sex was free as fuck.
and we were nice to people. We weren't, you know.
Yeah, but sex back then was different.
Yeah, it was safer.
Well, obviously
It wasn't no
not.
AIDS. AIDS hadn't came yet.
I know it hadn't came yet,
Yeah,
but
I mean, you had gonorrhea, you know, and stuff like that. You go get a goddamn penicillin shot, you're straight in 3 days.
I think the pregnancy was the worst thing I could think of.
Oh.
I never thought about this STDs. It was more
Well-
about the baby.
Oh, it was a baby.
I don't want a fucking kid with this person.
Yeah, well, we knew about contraceptives.
Yeah, I know. Using condoms, but they break. Shit happens.
Oh, we had double layer. Back then, they had the stuff that come in a tube like an injector. The girl, it's a phone.
Yeah.
She put up in there. Plus, then I'd wear a rubber too, so we were like doubly protected in case the rubber broke.
Damn.
Never did.
Yeah, we didn't have the phone when by the time I'm.
I don't even know if they
done.
still have the phone.
They don't probably.
I haven't seen any advertisements for the phone, but back then they had that phone. That girl kept that phone on her all the time in her purse. Another older one. And she told me, she said, the only reason why I'm fucking you is because my boyfriend is in Vietnam. And your dick reminds me of my boyfriend. Okay? She told me that shit. And I'm like, that's strange. Soon as her boyfriend got back from Vietnam,
She stopped calling.
she dusted my ass like.
Yeah. But you knew.
That's what I did when I said being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I'd have gone for that shit. I would have not been upset.
Well,
Again,
I'm not saying I wouldn't have done it. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't realize what she was doing.
until after. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of the point, though, isn't it?
I guess so. Women just as devious as men.
Yes. They get what they want. Humans are devious. Alright. I think I'm gonna make me a soup or something. Oops.
Did you say some soup?
Or something.
Soup or something?
That's what I said. Soup or something. Cause like I got a bunch of lentils and beans.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make a multi-bean soup or something.
Got you.
But
So, how do you cook lentils?
huh?
How do you prepare lentils for cooking?
Oh, I just cook them in the whatever I'm cooking.
So you don't soak them for a while?
No, lentils are small. They don't need to soak.
Okay.
Beans technically don't need to soak either. You just soak them so they're.
They gave me a whole bunch of packs of lentils.
Yeah, like lentils. You
I got a whole lot of it.
So like, take a chicken stock
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and basically just boil the lentils in there until they're soft and done. And you can either thicken it up by Did they give you red lentils?
I thought they looked like green to me.
Green, yeah. The green ones are red lentils are just green ones without the shell.
Okay.
There's lentils that have a shell on.
Okay.
So if you smash some of them up, that can help thicken up the sauce.
I see what you're saying, right?
You know, just doing that will give you good flavor. Just some chicken stock with some lentils.
Gotcha.
Cook it till the lentils are done. It
Gotcha.
doesn't take very long.
Till they're al
15,
dente.
20. Well, yeah, you want to go about. It can actually take a little bit because you want to simmer them. You want to really. You don't want to cook them too fast. You want to kind of
Okay.
let
Okay.
that salt and stock get into the actual
Yeah.
lentils themselves as they cook. But yeah, that's the easiest way.